We saw cross-checks, hits to the head, sucker punches, and even goalies getting run. Proved to be an interesting day for the Department of Player Safety, but what day isn't for the Department of Player Safety? But an interesting day means that it just might be time for Canada's favorite game show since Bumper Stumpers. It's time to play How Many Games?
How many games?
Sid Sixero, are you ready to play How Many Games?
I was born for this, baby.
Canada, are you ready to play How Many Games? I'm the only one clapping. Studio, are you ready to play
Give him a little
How Many Games? There we go. All I had to do was ask him. Thank you, Vincenz.
Can't have Monty Hall clap by himself.
All right, kids. First up, Edmonton's Jujhar Khaira responding to a cross-check from Vince Dunn to his head by taking it up a notch and delivering a cross-check of his own to Dunn's head, which basically folded Vince Dunn. Khaira got 5 minutes of the game misconduct and was scheduled to have a hearing today with the Department of Player Safety. I ask you, Sid, I ask you, Canada, how many games for both Khaira and Dunn?
For both.
Yeah, I'm asking you both.
All right.
I'm not just asking you one.
I'm going to say Dunn 0 games.
Okay.
I'm going to say 0 games for Dunn. I'm done on that.
It's it?
0.
Okay.
And that is a vicious cross-check to the neck. The last time I checked, necks for human beings are important. Okay? So I'm going to say, Tim, I'm going to put 2 games on the table for Jujhar Khaira.
You do realize that Dunn landed a cross-check to the head as well.
Well, they always get the second guy, Tim, with all due respect.
Okay, so you say 2 and none.
I say none for Dunn, 2 for Khaira.
You are kind of correct on Dunn. He was fined today for his cross-check to the head. If he's fined, I believe we are going to get a suspension on Jujhar Khaira. As of right now.
Nothing yet?
Nothing yet.
All right, fingers crossed. Well, not fingers crossed. I want to see anyone suspended, but
as
you know what I mean.
right now, is this thing a suspension? Most people thinking that Jujhar Khaira shouldn't be suspended, or they're just catching up to the vote?
Should be suspended. I think they're catching up right now. 53% believing that he should get some. Look, that was vicious.
Right.
That's not. There's under no circumstances is that not vicious, right? Like that deserves something.
It was retaliatory as well, but I don't know if that makes it worse or lessens it. In my mind.
I think
not in George Parrish's mind. In my mind.
In your mind.
Okay. I don't care what George Parish thinks at this juncture in time. In my mind, you take a shot to the head, you deliver a shot to the head back. It just so happens his folded Vince Dunn.
All right.
But Vince Dunn did not get off scot-free. He was fined. We're not done. Get it?
I got it.
Done. Vince Dunn.
How many games?
All right, this one is from the penalty-filled Lightning Canucks game. Those goons. Danik Martel got 2 minutes for roughing for this blindside hit to the head of Vancouver's Troy Stecher. Stecher did not return to the game. I ask you, Canada, I ask you, Sid Sixero, how many games?
All right. Well, now that gentleman is currently in concussion protocol right now.
Troy Stecher left the game, did not return. He is now in concussion protocol.
Correct.
That is correct.
So he's in concussion protocol. This is a reactive league, as you and I both know. Sometimes not a proactive league. It's very reactive.
Okay.
So he's hurt, left the game, concussion protocol. Danik Martel, I have barely heard of in my life. And he's running around there for 6 minutes hitting guys.
Yeah, that one. The look from the top,
That's the worst one.
is the one that shows it the most.
From center ice. That's the worst look, hands down. I'm going to say, Tim, 3 games for Danik the Model Martel.
Oh, you're saying this is worse?
I'm saying that's worse than what Jujhar Khaira did to Vince Dunn.
If you look at an illegal check to the head and the Rule 48-1, a hit resulting in contact with an opponent's head where the head was the main point of contact and such contact to the head was avoidable is not permitted. In determining whether or not the opponent's head was avoidable, the circumstances that you follow should be blank, blank, and blank. That was all of those things, right? Like you can check all the boxes on
I
that.
saw a lot of boxes being
checked. Could have avoided it. It was a blind side. He came from where it was undefensible from Stetcher, went through the head. We've got an answer on this one, Sid Sixero. We've got an answer on this one, Canada. There's no suspension whatsoever for your boy, Danik, the model, Martel.
There's no suspension.
There is no suspension for that one in any way, shape, or form. You good with that one?
No, I'm not good with that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that one has been let go.
This guy's barely playing in the games, running around. This is what you want to get out of the game. You don't want that in the game. That's ludicrous. That doesn't even get a call.
Well, guess what? Doesn't end there.
Oh, we got more?
No, because the Canucks and Bolts, those goons, that started something.
We're doing this before each one, are we?
In response to the Martel hit on Stetcher, Eric Goodbranson gets the model Danik Martel, or at least tries to put an end to that modeling career with this uppercut. Watch, he is engaged, and here comes Goodbranson. Whammo!
Okay.
Jürgen! Right there.
Boom. All right.
Goodbranson on the play did not receive a penalty.
Why would he?
Maybe because the referees realized Martel probably shouldn't be in that game. So I ask you, Canada, I ask you, Sid, Goodbranson, how many games?
Don't need the music. He deserves applause, not games.
Oh, snap.
He just games. How many games? How much applause should Eric Goodbranson get for stepping up? And Jake Virtanen in the moment, although he didn't do the cheap thing, but Jake Virtanen kind of went after him first. An unequivocal, absolute, strong, definitive, clear as day, not even a phone call from the Department of Player Safety for Eric Goodbranson. That's my guess. That's my guess.
Yeah, that's basically correct. We continue from the Flames and the Stars. How long do I have to do this voice?
Just please keep doing it.
You want me to keep doing it?
At least till Mark Shapiro gets
All right. Well, yeah, when Mark Shapiro comes, I'm
then
just
you
going to go
stop,
back.
because then he'll think you're nuts.
Second period, Stars and Flames. Garnet Hathaway collides with Dallas goalie Ben Bishop. The collision occurs to the head of Ben Bishop. Now, not all these are going to be suspensions. We're just putting it out there, kids. You got 2 minutes for interference. Was that sufficient enough, Sid? Bishop left the game, went through concussion protocol, returned to the third period. Stars shut him out anyway. How many games?
I'm going to say no.
Before you answer that one, later, same game.
I just did.
Hathaway.
I think I'll be quiet.
Same game.
I think it slipped out.
Hathaway, this time, blindside hit on Tyler Seguin. Watch middle of your screen. Tyler Seguin just chasing the play. Whammo. Acts like it was an accident. I'm not really buying it. No penalty for Hathaway. Roman Polak did get 2 minutes for trying to engage Hathaway with a fight. Tyler Seguin saw it on the big screen because he didn't see it coming and said, "What the was that?" Sid Sixero. Does Garnet Hathaway escape scot-free?
Yes. Both counts. Ben Bishop did a lot of moving before he got hit there. Hathaway didn't really move when he went around the net. Bishop kind of put himself in a situation where Hathaway couldn't help himself.
Oh, yeah, he couldn't help himself. No.
I don't think he could help himself.
No, he couldn't help himself.
He's trying to go around Ben Bishop.
No, I understand that.
Zero game suspension for this.
I didn't say it was a suspension, 2 minutes for interference.
I'm just saying, well, how many games is the game we're playing? I'm saying no games.
Okay, no, but you're saying he couldn't help himself.
I don't think he could.
I call BS on he couldn't help himself, but go ahead.
And
give him the 2 minutes,
and
move on.
the egregious collision here at center ice with the guy who he didn't know was there. Like, are you kidding right now with this? Tyler Seguin? The only reason this is anything is because it's Tyler Seguin. He didn't know he was there. It was a complete accident.
Come on.
Complete accident.
You're not falling for this.
This world has gone insane if you think that was on purpose. He's turning up ice. His defenseman has the puck, about to gain possession. No, he's making a move.
His defenseman doesn't have the puck, and why would
he will in 2 seconds. Called anticipating.
Why would you
anticipating?
Yeah, but he's going the wrong way. What pass are you making yourself available
he's
to?
Going
and why are you turning into traffic?
Because he doesn't know the traffic's there. That's my point. It was an accident.
Okay, then
that was an accident. Tim.
Then maybe Garnet Hathaway doesn't know how to play the game of hockey. He knew exactly who was there. And why would you turn into traffic when your defenseman is facing the other way? Show it to me one more time so I can explain to Sid Sixero.
He's looking at his own guy.
Who obviously has played 50 games in the National Hockey League. Wait a second, no, he hasn't.
His own guy.
Let's see it one more time. And you tell me whether or not he knew Seguin was there.
Where's he looking?
Why was he turning at that juncture in time?
Because his defenseman's about to get the puck and he's turning up ice.
He changes his path.
This is ludicrous, this discussion.
He changes his path in order
so accidental collisions can't happen anymore in the National Hockey League?
Roll it one more time.
This is
oh, my God,
ridiculous.
6-0. Stop for a second. Watch him change his path in order to make the turn. Here's the change of path and then the turn.
Because his defenseman is about to get possession and he's trying to give him a pass up the board.
Let me ask you this. If you're on the other team and he had done what he did to Bishop earlier in the game, and then he just so happens to accidentally turn into your best player, what do you do?
You're unlucky, man, that night.
Yeah, right.
It's just a really unlucky night for the Dallas Stars. Dallas, I'm sorry. It's just some nights the breaks are going your way.
Oh, my God.
So you take the good, you take the bad, you take the good, and there you have the facts of life. All right, Dallas?
The facts of life. He looked like the Gooch, if we're talking about the facts of life.
Don't talk to me about
running around there. All he needed was a baseball, a Gooch.
Who's the Gooch on the facts?
The Gooch is the guy who wrapped the baseball bat around Arnold's head, which if it's an aluminum bat, if you were able, you don't remember the Gooch, the schoolyard bully of Arnold?
Do you remember this?
He would go home, he would tell Mr. D, he would tell Mr. D, listen, the Gooch is after me.
Different Strokes. Are you not thinking of Different Strokes?
Oh, the Facts of Life.
The Facts of Life are with the four ladies.
Was that the spin-off or was that just after?
No, I think it was after.
Sorry, I am confusing Facts of Life with Different Strokes. I apologize.
No, but it was such a good confusion. You had me for a second.
I was so worked up.
I was done.
I was so worked up about you not believing that Garnet Hathaway knew what he was doing on Sagan. I confused two of my favorite shows of my childhood, Facts of Life and Brooke.
Have I put my final answer on this, or do I need
Kim Fields was also on.
Kim Fields, Tootie. Was that Tootie?
That was Tootie.
Tootie, Blair, Janine, and Rick. That was the Facts of Life. No, not even
I won't screw up this show. And that Canada was Canada's hottest game show since Just Like Mom. It is.